back to another episode of Open Arms. I'm your host, Brian Lockerman, and of course, we have Nikki West in the control room.
I'm here, but you can't see me today because we have a
know.
little technical difficulty, but I promise I'm here.
I know. I'm so
I'm
bummed
here.
out. I love seeing Nikki on the screen. Looks so good.
Sorry about that, guys.
She brightens up the show all the time.
Always. Easy on the eyes.
But I'm here.
You are here. Okay, today's show is going to be very interesting.
I think this is the first time we had a double guest on the show.
It is. So we're going to have a little conversation. Maybe there'll be some debating. You never know where it's going to lead. We have a lot of subjects to actually talk about, which I got some things I want to ask to as well. So with that said, I want to introduce Whitney and Carolyn to the show.
Hi there. Hi, everybody.
Thank you for coming aboard the Open Arms Show. I'm glad you guys
Absolutely. I wouldn't miss it.
I would like, first of all, just give you a little introduction of who you are, what you do.
Okay, so that's going to be really late.
Keep it short and sweet, Carolyn.
Short and sweet. Okay, I'm just a very nice, smart person, I believe, and I have a lot to say, so that's why I'm ended up in the hot seat, okay? If you want to know my history, I got to write a book or something, because single mom, kids are doing well.
I think
I'm
you
fine. Phlebotomist for the... So that's...
Okay.
Well, good. Whitney?
Hi, so my name is Whitney, and I like to think of myself as a soulful creator.
Very good.
And that comes out in the form of I create a line of accessories and jewelry that I sell to museums and historical libraries in your favorite store on Main Street. And then I also fuse that soulful, creative vibe into meditation teaching and creating sacred ceremonies for people for healing, new beginning.
Well, very good. That sounds amazing. Yeah. Now, Caroline, I know you have been doing some TikToks,
I have.
and I've actually been, watching them.
Oh, my goodness.
Are they coming up on your For You page?
They are. I tell you, there's one that really sticks to my head about you saying how, people, they dwell on things that they have no control over, and they just, it just completely takes over their life. I love that one. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
They're all kind of lean to that in some sense. The thing about that is I hate to tell my age, but because I like you guessing, truthfully. I like the mystery there. But so I'm the oldest person in the room, put it that way, in the building. So what I've learned is that the story, it changes from year to year, but there's that story still there of some kind of disappointment. And if it's health, I understand that's sacred ground.
Exactly.
So that's definitely going to compound other things that were disappointing in your life. And then it sits there, and if your mind wants, and I learned this part from Eckhart Tolle, your mind wants to chew on something, and it will camouflage what's right in front of you, because there's actually huge miracles. Then if you can't find them, start with your body. That you use this shit all day long.
Yeah.
So, and your heart and your lungs working for you every single day of your life, and you never did one thing near, or nor have you seen them. Hopefully you won't be seeing them. but who sustains you? Number one. Yeah. And why are we programmed in this society to be bothered so much and have money hanging over our heads all the time? And now, guess what? There's less time ahead of me than behind me. So how am I going to do this next phase, which everybody says is getting old? And screw you guys. I will tell you. I will tell you when I'm old. I literally will. I will tell you. So I'm getting there. So anyway. But how can I do the next part without being upset? Because when I look back in 10 years, I was definitely upset at something 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But don't bring it to today.
I agree. I mean, it seems like, when I try to avoid that. I try to avoid thinking about stuff that you don't have control over, that's just you're going to be stressed out about. You want to let that go. You want to live for the moment. That's what I always say to myself. When I wake up in the morning, I wake up happy. I don't want to think about the stuff that didn't go right yesterday or a week ago or whatever. Oh. And I want to focus on that. Now, I've been talking to Nikki about this because sometimes Nikki does tend to, want to really hold something and harbor it. And it does mess with her sometimes, right, Nikki?
Yes.
I think we all have done that.
And I mean, it's just like, it's tough to tell someone to just wipe out of your mind. But if you just practice that and just start maybe even meditation and trying to just, clear your mind.
Right.
When I don't clear my mind, I'll tell you this. When I go to bed at night, if my mind's spinning a mile a minute, I cannot sleep. There's no way. I'm thinking this.
That's it.
And I've noticed, Nikki as well, she'll do stuff like that as well. So to be just thinking about stuff. What I do is I find something that's going to actually take that away from me. And as stupid as it may sound, I watch certain shows on TV that bring me back to my past watching with my father.
Aw.
I watch bowling. I don't
What a snooze fest.
I know. Look, I don't watch it because I love it. I watch it because it relaxes me.
Right.
I think of my father. He was a bull. And also I watch Hogan's Heroes.
Hogan's Heroes.
Hogan's Heroes. My dad and I watch Hogan's Heroes all the time. So when I put something like that on, it relaxes my mind.
I get it.
And I'm able to fall. And you can ask her. As soon as Hogan's Heroes is on, 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there are tools you could use to try to fall asleep, which in meditation, it would be called yoga nidra. And that's ways of not thinking about anything. So think about your breath, do a body scan, start with the top of your head. You could get really detailed. You could do eyelids, eyelashes, right eye, left eye, eyebrow, and you just scan all the way down. So you're just thinking about yourself, or you think about your temperature. You think about the temperature outside your body, the temperature inside your body. And those are some of the tools of yoga nidra that help. And, just in, to add on to what we were talking about, what I learned when I was getting certified in meditation was that we have 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day. And 90% of them are the same thoughts that we had the day before. So it's rumination. And so in meditation, you learn the tools, to calm your mind. So for you, it's TV. And, some people it's breath work, and some people it's
reading, something like that. Just get your mind.
Yeah, quieting down the noise.
Exactly. I agree with that. And here's another thing. Now, with all the politics that are going on these days, it's very escalated with everybody's life right now, as you know. This is another thing I think that actually puts a lot of stress on people, believe it or not. And they stress out because they're trying to convince this person this,
Right.
that person that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And sometimes you just have to say, hey, it is what it is. This is what I believe in. This is what I stand for. Whatever you do. Nikki's got she read a book. It's called, what's it called, Nikki? The Let
Them Theory by Mel Robbins. If you haven't read it,
you just
Read it.
Liberating.
let them.
have you heard about it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Letting them, but there should be some sort of code of ethics that we are founded on. This country, we believed in God so much that we put it on our money, okay? And we're straying away from the things that are holy, honestly.
Yeah.
And if you look at Xbox, I mean, what am I going to do? That's $1 billion industry. But the truth is, when people stand around and go, well, why'd that happen? Why these kids got guns and this? Well, come on. What is the Xbox? Let's just spell it out.
Yeah.
They shoot all day long. And if you got a 12-year-old doing it and his 5-year-old on the couch absorbing that, now I want to take that same generation and put them on the violin.
There you go.
Would we have had society? And what are the programs that we like? I probably said the same thing on your podcast last time, but the anticipated movie with Angelina Jolie and when she was married to Brad Pitt, Mr. and Mrs. whatever.
Yeah, Mr. Just that.
Okay. They had the world's attention in what they do. They hated each other and they shot each other. It was a movie. I was like, where's the story? What's going on? It was shooting the whole time.
Yeah.
So, and now this is Hollywood, the biggest of, right? So, and then there's shootings. Well, there's no connection. Of course there is. It's a desensitizing. And I don't, and this whole Charlie Kirk thing, and I'm so sorry, but I'm sorry, I don't care what, he's a man, a husband and a father. When did this country ever glorify? Even Israel will take their enemies that are injured into the hospital and take care of them. So the heart, like, you don't ever glorify something like that. You're just like Hamas parading around with just saying that word, they don't deserve a name. So, so sorry.
Well, with that said, I got a question for all of you, okay? I always wondered what makes a person a conservative, what makes a person a Democrat. So my upbringing was basically, we were a Christian family.
Mm-hmm.
We were very family oriented. We had a really good upbringing as a family. Didn't have much, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we lived on the means of thing, you know, whatever. I grew up going to church. I grew up with my family. We grew up with all, obviously hunting and guns and stuff like that, because I grew up from Pennsylvania. So basically, that upbringing, you know, that's how that's your beliefs, and you're going to be conservative. Now, Nikki and I grew up 180 degrees different. Okay, so listen, this is what I want to ask Nikki too. Okay,
Interesting.
so Nikki did not grow up with. She grew up with a single mom. She did not go in the woods and use guns and shoot and stuff like that, or did she? Or was she going to church as a Christian? But Nikki is a very strong conservative. I'm kind of almost looking for that formula, why people become conservatives and why they become Democrats. You know,
And Republican.
I'm sorry, Republican and Democrats. I mean, you know, is it your upbringing? I don't think so. I think it's an internal thing. Why, Nikki, why do you think you became a Republican?
I think it's just the beliefs and the policies. I don't think it has to do with your upbringing. Because if that's the case, there's a lot of children that are on the same political party as their parents. So that wouldn't make any sense.
That's a good point. I was going to bring that up too, because there are parents that are Republicans, conservatives, but their kids go to school and they learn, you know, from their teachers or professors or whatever like that, and they kind of go that other side.
Mm-hmm.
Now I see that, but like with Charlie Kirk, he was doing such an amazing job of teaching our youth. Now, he was not forcing anybody to change their beliefs. He was just giving a statement of, you know, what he believes in and what he feels.
He was practicing the First Amendment and gave everyone an opportunity to speak their mind, which,
And he was reaching the youth, and that's what's so heartbreaking. I mean, it's all heartbreaking anyway.
Yeah. I think he was reaching a lot of people. Like for me, I have family members that there's no room for difficult conversations.
Yeah.
There's no space. It doesn't occur. And that could be difficult conversations about what happened with Charlie Kirk, being a Democrat, a conservative, or Republican, or, you know, just any personal things that happen within the family. There's no conversation. So for me, I just valued Charlie Kirk so much for the ability to hold space and have difficult conversations without raising voices and just hearing each other out.
Exactly.
And for me, I'm in a home of 3 young adults and my husband and I, and there's all different parties and opinions.
Really? Now, do you mind if I ask, where do you stand on your political?
Yeah, I don't mind at all. I mean, I am a conservative.
You are?
When it comes time to vote, it will be difficult because I've always voted as a Democrat.
Wow.
But yeah,
Wow.
yeah. But now,
I think Israel pushes.
yeah,
you
I
to
did
do it.
as a Jewish person who my social media feed is, there's just a lot of fear, There's just a lot of, and my non-Jewish friends, they don't have that on their feed. So they don't know the fear that I'm witnessing on the streets of America and around the world.
It's true.
Exactly.
So I didn't have any safe feeling coming up from Kamala or President Biden, but I did have that feeling with Trump.
Yeah.
Wow. But that's not who you were.
But I am in the middle. I'm not one or the other.
Exactly.
So conservative is the best.
And that's what you did.
For me.
You did what you thought was the right move. You weren't swayed by anybody. You just said, hey, look, I used to vote Democrat. Now I'm voting Republican because of this reason, because I feel it's going to be better for us and our country.
In Israel.
So you're in Israel and you're going that route. Some people just don't do that. You know, it's a problem. Now, what?
Well, what I was going to say is that the whole Republican Democratic Party, you're literally forced to make a decision, and you're forced and you are bullied because if you don't make a decision, then you're going to not vote, and then the other party will get it. And so there's this whole racketeering, and it's become insanity.
Yeah.
With mailboxes that it was there yesterday, but they put it on a shredder truck, like one of those trucks. They drive off to LA. We don't know the whole thing. I love my country, and I did vote for Trump, but I have to say, as a single mom who didn't have justice and all my assets disappeared and left to just figure it out in my 40s with young kids at the time, making America great, he's helping Israel, I understand that. But I really don't see things to be so different. Yes, world politics. Oh, push us into crypto. What? I'm just trying to pay my grocery because your gas is $5.
Yeah.
And I want to know what it really means to make America great. And I'll tell you what that would mean. Okay, first of all, this country should have enough respect not to have one homeless person on no, they don't want to be there, but they're on drugs. So what? When you start caring, I don't care what kind of drugs, I don't care who they are. We are not animals. And even the animals shouldn't suffer, but that's this country and the world that we live in. There's always going to be a cry out for God and a suffering that's underlying, because you're not here forever. Sorry.
No, I
okay. So yeah, so I'm passionate. Sorry.
Well, with that said, then what are you Republican, Democrat?
I voted Republican because of the policies, and
Okay.
I came out to the truck with the flags, and I like Trump. I used to listen to him all the time. In 2020, it was like listening to a family member, and I get that, and I think his family's beautiful, and I love the policies, but he's still caught up in big government. So we've been pushed into parties that actually get them fighting amongst themselves, but they won't realize that Elon, right, exposed trillions of dollars. I've heard of millionaires. Now I'm hearing billionaires.
Yeah.
But there's somebody who had to do nothing, all this work, to be scared all the time about money. Nothing that I work as a phlebotomist. I'm in the medical field. I worked. I don't care if you work at McDonald's. You should be rewarded.
Yeah.
And be able to sleep in the community that you serve. So until I see that with the communities, it's just been, people have stolen money. We know this. Trillions of dollars have gone out. That means there's trillions of dollars right now that we can fix some things with that, because it would have gone out if you didn't catch it.
Oh, yeah.
So, oh boy, this is going to be long.
So,
okay, sorry.
So
Whitney's so eloquent. Let her talk.
So, Nikki?
I'm here.
Okay. What age were you when you really decided that you were going to be Republican, and those were your views?
When Obama was in office. Prior to that, I didn't even pay attention to politics.
Right.
It was when Obama was in office, I was like, it gave me I was like, whoa, what the hell is going on right now? And then I was like focusing. But prior to that, I was following Trump on Twitter way before.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would listen I'll read his tweets. I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. He speaks like how I'm thinking, like how everyone's thinking. He's saying exactly what everyone's thinking.
Agreed.
Do you know what I mean? So I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I love what he's saying. I love what he wants to do. It would be amazing if he would run for president. And then it was trending like Trump for president. This was way back before he even announced it.
Yeah.
And so I've been a fan way before 2016 when he went down that escalator, because I was following him on Twitter and I just loved it. But when I met Brian, I didn't even know. We never talked politics. I didn't follow politics.
We didn't. Yeah.
It was never, I never cared.
I would like to chime in and say,
Oh yeah.
I don't, when I say like Carolyn, there's not a lot of options in the parties, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I was a new voter, there was the Green Party, and that's my value system, is taking care of the planet. And then it just became, it's like she said, you have to give your vote to one or the other. And I don't take lightly that President Trump has been accused of what he's been accused of. I wish that wasn't true of a leader.
Yeah.
And I don't like that Democrats are billionaires, in Congress and have this obscene amount of wealth that they gave in Congress, whether they're Republican or Democrat. But we don't have a lot of parties to choose from.
No.
So you pick one or the other. And if you're a Democrat, a lot of Democrats really don't value that woke, extreme liberal position, but they're still Democrats.
Yeah.
And a lot of my values are democratic values.
Gosh,
And, you know, I think
I totally understand that.
gets
We have a
complicated.
good friend of ours. He's in the entertainment industry, and he's gay. He just lives his life like he lives his life, but he really supports the Republican Party. However, Nikki will testify to this. He does have Democratic views on a lot of things too, as well. But when it comes to supporting the country, he's all about it. Right, Nikki?
Yeah, I mean, there's social aspects of it, and then there's the policy aspects. There's
Yeah.
you don't have to agree with everything, and
Yeah, I like the policies that some Democrats policies and Republicans, because it should be we the people anyway, and we the people means we're together. Don't divide us to vote for you motherfuckers taking the money and making me suffer, thinking I've done something wrong because of the tax. Why are you taxing me?
Yeah.
I don't make a ton of money. It doesn't mean I'm not a great worker. And plus, can I retire? Probably not. Because Social Security, we know about that deal.
Oh, yeah.
So what would help if you lower the shit? I'm sorry, everybody who owns a home, everybody who owns a home, good for you. Your home's $1 million. You pay $400,000 for it.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you all, but I lost a home in a divorce. Okay, I'm okay. Thank God I'm okay. I can eat whatever I want. Okay, but here's the thing: the stress of renting an apartment in Simi Valley, 2-bedroom, is $3,400. You don't
I know.
you don't get to eat yet. Okay, I hope the rest of the country hears this. Okay, so 34. What am I supposed to do? What? So, but God is still good to me. All this stuff that I have in me, I just want to say that something has to give and something has to change. And God forbid we have that 8 or 9 point earthquake. We said, if the fires didn't catch your attention the first time, seriously,
Exactly.
seriously, stop coveting your shit and let the property taxes go for a while so people can recover their lives, so they can pass it down to the renters. I have great ideas for Congress. But then I'd have to play by their rules.
Well, here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
You talk about the rent and everything like that, and the gas prices. That's California. When Nikki and I go to Arizona, we go there a lot. We go to Lake Havasu a lot. That's
oh sure.
a little getaway. The minute we cross that state line, you can see a gas station on one side at $5.89 and a gas station on the other side at $2.
Really?
Oh yeah. Ask her.
Is it Republican, Democrat, or something? I mean, like, what's going on
It's
there?
a different state. They're governed.
Oh, I see, between the county. Okay, got it.
State line.
Yeah, I was making a joke, but then it didn't apply.
So rent out here is ridiculous. It's absolutely out
That
of
is
control.
high.
Everything's high. We go to Arizona,
it's different.
and rent is a fraction.
Yeah.
I have looked. It's still okay. So this is the thing: if you're an hourly employee, so you're not picking up your business from California and going to Arizona and just doing your business in Arizona. If you're an hourly employee and you go to Arizona, your hourly goes down, most likely.
Because it's a.
So you're at the same shithole.
That's true.
I've always told Carolyn that when we get older, we're gonna all live like in a bunch of prefabs or a communal
What?
situation.
That's what Newsom wants. I
don't want that,
You
but-
don't govern housing. That's why he did. That's what.
Well, I don't mean government housing, but I mean like finding some land, and all of us who don't have $1 zillion
RVs,
Yeah.
off grid.
Let's
we
go.
can't Edison, but we can all be together because we've actually become such a domesticated society.
Yeah.
In like fear that we don't have millions of dollars to retire, and
Exactly.
and I have found myself caught up in that.
Certainly.
And I
In
use my
Calabasas.
meditation skills to calm my nervous system and clear my mind, and remember that we have been domesticated to be consuming and just shopping and buying and upgrading, and we actually don't need to live like that.
Yeah,
And we could live.
I agree.
Well, yeah, because we have consumed. Because guess what? I've seen so many people not know what to do with the $5,000 chair once it's time to move.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I don't want to give it away because it was $5,000. But it's grandma stuff, or in-law stuff that whatever grew up to be 100 and they're no longer there, and people are stuck with stuff.
Do you, Nikki, have a lot of stuff at home? Like, do you
Probably like other people.
have you gone like throughout the years and gotten rid of?
We
or do you
actually
have
just-
a lot between the.
We just cleaned the
We
garage.
just did.
We have a dent in the garage.
And what'd you do? Did you have to dump? Did you donate?
I dumped 3 truckloads full of stuff in our dumpsters back here, and then we donated a bunch of stuff too to
Goodwill, yeah.
And just
Like what went into the dumpster? Things that were
We should go look at
stuff for just
old mattress.
yeah,
junk,
yeah.
broken things, whatever.
So you,
We didn't give away. We didn't throw away anything that someone else could use.
sure.
So nobody comes driving down here and have fun. I'm going to go get that old recording system.
Exactly.
Last time.
Yeah. No, yeah, absolutely. You're right about that. Real quick, Open Arms, our show and our podcast, stuff like that. Our motto is safety, family, and the Second Amendment. We stress on family values. I don't know where you guys stand on that.
Oh,
We also do support the Second Amendment. Now, what are both of your stand on that?
I'd love to share. So when
Absolutely.
the incident happened in Sandy Hook Elementary,
Okay.
we were asked by a business that's been on their main street for as long as Newton has been there. And we made a commemorative token in loving memory of that incident. And for over, I think, a decade now, if not longer,
Yeah.
every year they order and we're reminded of that tragedy. And so I've always been like, oh God, anti-gun. But to me now, there's just so many and there's so much hate.
Yeah.
And so many people in my friend circle have guns,
Yeah.
a lot. And they are surprised that we don't.
Yeah. No, I understand that. One of the things too, that a lot of these, terrorists or whatever like that, they come over to our country, their weapons are also smuggled in too. It's not that they walk down to our local gun store and buy one.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Like I said, we really stress on the safety part of it. If you are going to own that gun, take the training classes, be safe about that gun. When we started this whole project, we started getting a lot of emails, and I got one email that really stood out from all of them. And I read it on my show one time. It's basically a guy saying, "Hey, Brian, since I've been watching your show, you really changed my mind about things. I was one of those guys that bought the gun, loaded, put it under my bed, and I have kids."
Oh, shoot.
He said, "Now me and my wife have got safety training classes. We're going to store properly. We feel much safer. You may have saved a life
So
or an engine."
It's not a requirement.
It's not.
Interesting.
It is. That's one thing that they may have to just readjust, but it's not a requirement. You can just go buy your firearm and you can bring it home without training, and there you go. That's why this project we stress on that, because we support the Second Amendment. Now look at a person like Nikki. Nikki never fired a gun in her entire life, and then I took Nikki. I went a big mistake. I took her to the indoor range for her first time, which is kind of a little intimidating because she kind of. What happened, Nikki, when you went in there?
Well, you're in a room with a bunch of strangers and firearms. It's loud. You smell the gunpowder. Yeah. So I went to the corner and I huddled in a fetal position. I said, "Please get me out of here. I need to go." I didn't shoot a gun. I was scaring myself. Like who am I to say? Like the guy next to me is like, I turn around and shoot my head off.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I was just, it's not going to happen, but I was scaring myself.
She got a valid point there. So then I took her out to my outdoor range. That's when I started teaching her. She started shooting guns.
Outdoor range is way better.
Yeah, and she's now firing full automatic weapons. She's doing she's been in a lot of our promo filming, our show, Open Arms, the show.
I've seen some videos.
Yeah, she's done a lot of stuff like that. But taking someone like her who never really knew a gun, probably didn't even think about a gun, and now she supports it. Now there are also the people that don't own the gun that support it too. Again. I'm not telling everybody, you have to have a gun and support. You have your opinion about it, but I just want to keep people safe.
Well, isn't it, is the quote, guns don't,
guns don't kill people.
People kill people. Yeah, because you don't need a gun to kill people. You can use your car.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a killer, you're going to kill.
Right. You're going to find a will and a way to do it.
I agree.
But nothing's been done to stop guns from getting in the hands. And I do have a quick little law that makes everybody happy. Police officers have heard me. Okay, and I think I told you this on your last podcast. Okay, so you're going to buy my gun. Here it is. And I'm in a store. What law enforcement agency do I send this gun to? Okay. Oh, Lost Hills over here in Calabasas. Okay. You will check in to get your gun. The police department will let you know when it's there. And you will pick it up from them. They will train you. So probably $300. You're gonna be trained, because guess what? If you go to be a cadet and a police officer, you're not getting your gun that day, not getting it that week. Well, can I have a civilian on the Xbox can get a gun that day? So this is a way to do, at least put something in play that allows people to keep a gun, make a relationship with the police department. And if you are a bad cookie, just in the heat of the moment have to get a gun, then you got time to settle down, and they'll get to know who you are.
Well, they do have the wait period. I understand that.
I agree with that, but here's the problem. I agree with that, and I do think that should happen. But like I said, half the time the guns are stolen anyway. They're not going to go through a training process if they're going to commit the crime.
Okay.
The criminal is a criminal anyway. They're not going to go by laws to commit a crime.
Okay, so we might as well just sell cocaine at CVS. Because they're going to get it anyway. So, and that's probably where we're headed. But what I'm trying to say is that kind of attitude is like, they're just going to come in here and steal anyway. Too bad. Because guess what? We can stop it on the internet. And you doubt it? Say something about the vaccines that is negative and see how fast, or the president of the United States, or something that they don't like, whoever they are. I don't know who they are. But they're going to shut you off the internet. You're going to get pulled. Yeah. You have a cure for cancer? Okay, so now I'm talking too much. But what I'm just trying to say is we can't stop the sales on the internet. Absolutely. And porn. Not porn. If you guys are into porn, that's fine. But I meant the young one. The young illicit stuff. It can be stopped. We have the technology. Obviously, put it into play, but there's got to be funding for it and bureaucracy, and the funding's there, but then somebody didn't get the money.
I know you're right about that. I agree with you 100%. But it just, to get that in play would be just like so hard to do, and it would be the money thing and everything like that to really make it happen. But it would be great.
But it brings money into the.
But it would be fantastic.
But the governor can build a train for 10 years that didn't happen.
Yeah.
So we can do that, but we can't do something that's actually tangible, that will bring money into the department, and the police become a hero in society. And they do out here, but I don't know if they do in LA schools, go talk to the schools, and the young kids get to know them when they're 5, because they're in a few years they're 15. You've made a relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, but there's other things that can be done. They got to be out there getting, carjackings. And don't get me into that, because don't be doing those chases. We have helicopters. You got a license plate.
Oh, that's my entertainment at night, Carolyn. I live for high-speed chases. I love them.
I was alive for OJ's speed chase, not you. But I don't like to make light of something that the poor families had to suffer. So I know you're a little. I'm one removed with you on that. So sorry.
What I was going to say about all the people in the, I think there's like a statistic. There's 5 guns for every. Do you know that number?
Yeah, it's something like.
It's a lot, right? So for the enormity of guns, and this is not to dismiss the amount of shootings that happen. Mm-hmm. Okay, they do happen, but for the enormity of guns that we have, people are not killing people crazy. It's a lot of people with mental health issues.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a mental health problem.
I'm glad you brought
the mental health is what needs to be addressed. I mean, the people who are buying guns illegally, they're buying guns illegally. The people who are buying guns legally, those people, there should be a better process of just to get a grasp of what's happening.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
But yeah, mental health is really...
You're right. That's a good point. We were working with a company called Walk the Talk America. It's just such an amazing organization, nonprofit. They deal with mental health and gun ownership, and their company it's huge now, and they're doing a lot of good out there. That's a big problem. That is, without question. There's no doubt about that.
And you talk about the video games. I have 2 young adult boys who live at home. My sons can literally kill from the morning till the end of the day. they're shooting. They look like space aliens and silly,
Yeah.
visuals, but it makes my heart sad that's their pastime, even though they're laughing. So there's
I've had children.
so it's I mean there's Grand Theft Auto, which is a more like real type of video game.
Yes.
There's other types, but I do think it's really the measurement of social media.
Here's my solution to that. If I was being a parent, if you're a parent and your kid loves those video games, you give them so much time on that, but they have to go outside and ride their bike, play wiffle ball, play catch, play some little pickup football game. Balance it out. Get them outside.
Yeah.
The problem with parents today, and Nikki has witnessed a lot of this, they don't really care. Here, go play video games. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Both parents work.
No dinner time with the parents.
Yeah.
Every day we had dinner as a family.
Yeah.
And my mom and dad would ask my sister and I, "How was your day today? What went on in school?"
Yeah.
This. They
We
always
do that at her house.
it's good because they're actually they're supporting what my sister and I are doing. They want to know more about what we're doing. They participate in our life. They don't just shut us down.
Yeah.
A lot more parents are shutting people down. Now, both my parents worked.
Yeah.
They both did.
Okay,
They both worked. But in the evening, when it was dinner time, we're all together.
right. And there are a lot of families that still do that, but you have to also look at programming in a society because there's a ton of it.
Yeah.
Water would be one, not drinking from the faucet. And, but it's true. So statistically, when you go to a movie and you're watching the previews and just popcorn or soda goes through the screen real fast, that statistically, at some point, there's a certain amount of people, I don't know the actual percentage, that will end up getting the popcorn and the soda.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't even, you didn't speak about it, it was just flashed through there. And these are subliminal messages. So even though her children, and I'd say majority of kids that do the Xbox or the Call of Duty, for that was the one that I really didn't like, know how to put it and compartmentalize it here and go about their life. But that's not all of society, as we can see. And even if you are compartmentalizing, if I'm saying that correctly, you are still part of what you put your time into.
Yeah.
And that's in there. So that becomes desensitizing. So when you hear of a father and a husband got publicly shot in front of the whole world,
Oh, yeah.
then there's a whole bunch of society that is desensitized to that. I don't know if you've heard some of the stuff.
Oh, I did.
Okay. So, whoa, stop. You have
Right about, you were saying about growing up and being outside.
Mhm.
Even though you had working parents, they still managed to have dinner time at the
They do.
table. And, we are of a generation where we played outside.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And we had to be pulled back in. What were we doing? We didn't even have stuff. We were just outdoors and enjoying ourselves. And it's interesting because my husband has an adventure company and he started it in 2020.
What's the name of it?
It's How Truck LA. And for a long time, it was adults, and it still is, adults getting away and adventuring. And a few years ago, we got into this niche of father-daughters and father-son camping trips.
Oh, very.
To witness these kids and their dads in nature, playing with sticks, tossing stones. And
That's fantastic.
it brings tears to your eyes because it's so sacred. You just don't, they every year these groups get together and they can't wait to just be away from it all.
Yeah.
So they could be with each other, the real life.
That is awesome.
Email, texting.
Fantastic. Well, one thing I do with Nikki and she, I always make sure we have dinner together, her and I. It's just because it's just her and I. And she always says, we don't always have to have dinner together, but it's nice to have dinner together with her and, be together at least one part of our day like that.
Yeah, it's an important ritual because you could end up finding your own patterns. I'm going out for dinner with this friend. And then that's gone. So I think those rituals are what glue relationships.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't you love having dinner with me?
I love it. Who cooks?
I do.
Oh, of course she loves it.
I'm the cook in the house, but Nikki makes a really mean
Toast. That joke is getting so old. That joke is old.
So when you feel like the joke is old, when you she's beautiful, so you're like, you don't do anything, you're just beautiful.
enjoy her. But
Just sit there, be pretty.
recipes? Are you just go?
I kind of wing it. I make a really good chicken lettuce wrap thing that I created. I do a really good Italian meat sauce.
What's your trick? Is there a trick?
Yeah, there is actually fennel.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Sounds illegal.
So I know
He doctors up the can.
I never bought fennel, so it would be a new thing for me to buy.
Just the dried fennel.
Yeah.
Just
Oh.
put them in there.
Oh, I have that.
Trust me, it really wakes it up. A lot of garlic. I use a lot of fresh garlic. No matter what meal we're doing, I'm always chopping a lot of garlic. We love
Yo,
garlic.
Do you have a garlic gadget?
I basically have one of those things you pound.
No,
chop.
because
I just got one that's like a zest.
Yeah, exactly.
But you have the one you squeeze. And
Oh yeah.
You garlic like mashed through a zester and it gets like pasty. It's different than mince.
oh,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Nikki and I, what I do, I make a fresh pile of garlic as our appetizer. I'll put garlic on a plate, olive oil, pepper, and a little bit of Parmesan cheese and some balsamic.
Oh.
And we take bread and just do that and eat it raw.
Oh yeah, I've done that. I definitely love it.
I love it.
I love it too. I used to do a soup plantation until it became kind of weird over there.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah, but they used to have the fresh garlic, and I couldn't wait. I just pile it all over my salad.
I love it.
But I'm gonna go left field. Ice. Let's talk about ice.
Okay, let's talk about ice.
Okay. So ice, baby. Ice. Yeah, I know that song. You're too young for that song. So anyway, ice, baby, like that. Okay.
That was a controversy in and of itself. That song.
It was.
Well, right. So here's the thing. If you walked here as a child at 7 years old with your family, they walk. Not they. There's no they. It's all inclusive. And you were put in elementary school. And now you're 44 years old. And you have a job. And you have everything in line. Why are you hauling off grandma? And why are you hauling off any of it? Okay, let's just concentrate on criminals right now, because I'm sure there's enough.
Okay, I got a little rebuttal on it.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay,
Okay.
because I experienced something that it actually really just strikes a nerve for me.
Okay.
I'm on dialysis. I don't know if you knew that or not, but I'm on dialysis 3 days a week. In my clinic that I'm in dialysis, everybody but 2 of us are illegals getting dialysis in our clinic. They're taking chair time away from people that actually look like myself. They're so crowded, they have to turn people away. So I'm in there one day, and these 4 guys look like they just walk off the boat, come walking with all this paperwork. And they go to the nurse. They said, basically, they couldn't speak English. They had a translator. We're here for dialysis. We need a chair now. And then the nurse practitioner's like, we don't have the room. Doesn't matter. We have government papers. We get it first. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I actually went as far as, you guys think, Mike Coslow has been on my show. I don't know if you know who Mike Coslow is. He went for Nikki, what's he running for?
I don't know. Don't put me on the spot. I'll look right now. Hold on.
He's running for someone in Congress. Anyways, I told him about this, and he said, I got to look into this, because that's just not right.
Right.
Now, what I'm saying is this, with my situation, I know exactly what you're saying, Caroline. Believe me, I understand that. But I don't think we should allow this many people to actually get in line first when we're U.S. citizens paying taxes. We are here, and now they're taking up all of our chair time in dialysis.
I understand, but not everybody's illegal, really. Okay, but the ones that are, at least give them an appointment to come down. And
But
how long
their
you've been.
responsibility if you cross over and you don't do it legally.
But you were 7. You have to wait in line
Okay.
when you crossed. Oh,
Right. So they're 7 and now they're 18 and they know what it's like to be in an, I'm not saying that those paths are easy paths. I just know that I've traveled to a lot of countries and to get through any border, is serious
Yeah.
and an honor to get through and to travel. And when our people, our American citizens are being pushed aside for health care
Yeah.
because people crossed over illegally and then didn't make sure that they made their time here legal, it's a problem.
It is a problem, but it can be diplomatic and not, come in with a mask and scare the little kids. I mean, they're going to be haters. Can't you do this civilly? Unless you know that this person did some sort of crime and now you got him and his whole Chilean gang or whatever, that's a raid. But otherwise, it's not a raid.
Well, it's upsetting because it seems like ICE isn't being very specific to a category of gang people. So, for example, like I love Chicago. I'm there every year. And it's like a very high crime city, right? So don't go to the abuelas and to the children. Go into a very specific segmented group of people and go through those people. Civilly. Okay. Elders, not the children. Let's
gonna have a
start. At least I should just first start with that category, which is it
gives everybody else time.
Not saying that every young man or woman between 18 and 40 or that. I'm not saying that at all. It's a problem, but there are bad people on the streets, and they should be looking for that, not for the long people.
Take grandma away
for 20 years. That little
kids.
I agree, but here's the thing. As you've seen, I don't know if you've seen the advertisement with Christine Noem about her saying, look, do it the right way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go, ICE won't go and grab you. Just go back to
Deport yourself, and then you have a chance to come here legally.
Come back here legally. Do the proper paperwork, the proper channels.
But if they're here for 20 years already and they're working and their families are in school, now you've separated the breadwinner of a family and put them under stress. Don't we have enough stress?
And we shouldn't dismiss, like there was that film many years ago, Life Without a Mexican. The Mexican community helps America's thrive.
I speak Spanish.
They are the farmers. They are the pickers. They tend to have very labor. Not all of them. I mean, there's all kinds of.
And same with
but we shouldn't dismiss that we need them, and it does make sense to go there too. It's a complicated.
So, is there another country in the world where you can go in there illegally, get a job, get health care, go on dialysis? Okay, so then why are we allowing it?
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. But it's got to be done.
If you allow that, we don't have a country. We don't have a country if we do that. If you come here illegally, you broke the law. I'm sorry, you got to go.
100%. But the ones that are paying taxes from their check are part of the dream.
But
now.
here's the thing: no one's paying taxes if you're illegal. You can't get a job here without a social security number and paying taxes. Everyone that's working here illegally is getting paid under the table.
Well, maybe their kids grew up to be able to get a social security right? If they came and they walked, I mean, they're individuals and their situations are all different. So him and his wife got here illegally because they're in a desperate situation in 1984. Now those children actually were able to be born here, get a social security number, but this is a family unit that's being broken. And yes, we're going to do it the right way, but the right way is, here's all the government forms. I need you to fill this out and meet with it because we either have to send you back or we're going to put you through the process. But the process is $3,000 probably is what I'm guessing. So it's the stress putting on another human being that's not an issue right now. Go to the border while the fentanyl's going. Hang out there with your mask where the fentanyl's coming through. Yeah, but it seems like I do want it corrected. I want the borders closed, but I can't see 5-year-olds fear to a lifetime of damage put into the young child. And then we're like, well, why did they buy a gun at 19? I mean, because of stuff like this. It's not their fault that the government allowed them in to have a life. But let me just touch on one other thing, because you said the magic word, healthcare.
Yeah.
Trump and being able to negotiate all types of things. We can't do this. Healthcare make it right. We're a government shutdown now. Can't we negotiate this? You can negotiate all that other stuff.
Well, the government shut down because the Democrats want to put $1.5 billion into illegal health care.
illegal.
Why
Yeah,
are we
that
putting?
I'm
Why
not
aren't we
interested.
using that money for like a homeless issue, or I mean, the American
Yeah,
people?
it should be used for the American people.
So
I agree with
that's
that.
why the
I
government
do
shut
agree
down.
with that. I do agree with that. I think we need to ride our horses into Mexico, put our flag, and be like, yeah, guys, this will be part of the U.S., Puerto Rico type of thing, or Dominican Republic or something like that. And we're like, screw you, Mexico, because now we've got this much more land, but this is where we're putting everybody, and we're going to get our factories here and blah, 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 and you're going to pay us. But the thing is no, because there's some kind of shady shit going on with the fentanyl and all that.
Yeah. I like this because it's really good to hear these type of views from, you being a Republican, conservative, but you got these views that, that may not be the same as Nikki's or myself, but it's good that everybody has their own personal opinions on things. Is there a solution? It's hard to say, but you know what? We can work toward it. And I think, I'm sorry to say it, but I love what Trump is doing.
I do too. In a
With
lot.
everything, with the immigration stuff, I really do. I think it's making a difference. I think it really, really will too in the future. And maybe we'll get on that right path to where they can just come in legally, be here on good terms, and there you go.
Yeah, peace for the whole world.
Good luck. Hey, that would be fantastic, right?
Just be the light you want to see in the world. I mean, because I count by one, and God counts by one. So everybody has an individual story, and they don't matter. We all have our own thumbprint, and that is just like, so there is ways, but the thing is maybe I need to get in the office and come up with some of my ways, because I think I have very smart
I
ways.
think you should. I think you should start running for something.
Yeah, right.
Seriously. I'm enjoying your TikToks, that's for sure.
Thank you.
Because everything you're talking about, I do. That's what I believe in. I think about that, what you're saying.
Awesome.
With the stuff. And I tried to find that one for Nikki the other day, and I could not find it.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah, I know.
I'll love like Arlo community guidelines or something, but I couldn't find Nikki's 117,000 likes or views or whatever that was. I wanted
Yeah,
to
so
see
let's
it.
see if the scroll down. It's an old video.
Oh, old.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was just a meme.
A meme. Really?
Like I made a meme with Kamala, and
Oh, that's right. You told me. I was looking for you. Yeah.
Well, guys, this has been really good conversation today.
It has.
I really, really did enjoy everything. Any last words before we go?
Just thank you. It's such a treat to sit down and have
Conversation.
and
I'll-
hear different views,
Yeah.
learn from each other.
I would love
Appreciate each
to have you
other's
guys back again.
Thank you. At the end of the day, we all are wired the same exact way. And I'm not talking with the neurons to the brain. I'm talking our bodies and we all need love. We all need food. We all need air. We all need water. We have so much in common, and that joins us through love if we will put the love out there in the world, because what's going on is there's a lot of hate, and it's in the communities. And you know what? You can stop gossiping about people. Stop there and start loving in your household and love your neighbors and stop the hate process, because hate's a virus. And I don't do it particularly all the time very well, but I'm working toward it.
I agree. Well said. Nikki, any last word for you?
yeah, I heard something, and it kind of resonated with this whole conversation. I heard it on Instagram or something. Everybody, whether you're Democrat, Republican, whatever you feel, everyone wants at the end the same thing. We just all have a different way that we think that needs to get there.
Yeah.
True.
Like we all want peace. We all want this. But we all have a different way that we think, oh, well, this way is going to get us there. This way is better, which is what, I don't know if I said it correctly, but I read something like, to say like that. Yeah, I get it.
That's true. See, I miss having your face on that screen. All right, guys. Again, I want to thank everybody for today's show. I think it was a very, very good conversation.
Thank you for having us. It's so nice to be here. You're like a pro, man.
Absolutely. We'll have you back. Believe me, we will. Nikki, real quick before we end this show, where can they find us?
You can find Open Arms on Instagram at openarms.tv. And if you have any questions about today's show, leave it in the comments. We read everything. And then I'll leave, if you want, Carolyn, I'll leave your TikTok handle in the description box below.
Say hi from the show. So I'll
Yes.
know. Thank you. Not that I have like my 4 friends only, but no, you'll be my 5th. Okay.
Do you want us to leave any
Oh, well, you could find us at Whitney Howard Designs on Instagram.
I'll leave
Absolutely.
everything in the description box. Any websites, links, you can find everybody. Just hit the description box below. That was a fun show.
Thank you
so
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Thank you. Likewise.
All right, everyone.
Wait, keep those headphones on. We need to say.
We're not done. We're not done. All right, everyone. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for joining our show today. And always remember,
Safety, family, and the Second Amendment.
Have a good day.